I have more money to my name today than I've ever had in my entire life just because I started doing this.
Welcome to the Underground, everyone. Place where you come to hear and talk about precious metals and getting prepared. So pretty much what I have in front of you today is a collection that a friend of mine accumulated over the last year, but really only stacking for about a 6-month period in that, 12-month period. And I wanted to show you guys what he accumulated. Now, he's standing right here with me. He's a friend of mine named Blake. And yeah, as you guys can see, it's a pretty nice stack. You have, some 1-ounce bars going across here. He has some 5 bangers, 10-ounce bar, some constitutional, some random 1-ounce coins and rounds, some 1-ounce hand poured. This is 1 ounce. Some more constitutional. Then he also has, 3 1-gram gold bars. These are the Mexican pesos, the 2 pesos. And then this is a 1/4 ounce commemorative. It's an older one. It's actually a 1987 commemorative gold coin.
Yeah, that's my favorite one, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely really beautiful. So anyways, he pretty much accumulated all of this. Well, he did, not pretty much, on a wage under $15 an hour. So I know a lot of people out there are always saying things to me like they wish that they could, buy some silver. They wish they could get 1 ounce of silver. And my whole point of doing this video was to show you guys that, it's possible. It's not something that obviously you're going to do overnight, but time goes fast, as all of us are aware of. And when you go out once a week or once every other week and buy 1 or 2 ounces, and then you go out the next week and buy a couple more, you can see how quick this accumulates to where this is an awesome fundamental stack. Like I said, these are some nice 5-ounce bars. When you get stimuluses and extra money or something like that, that's when you could take advantage and get, a little more than you normally do. And then there's this beautiful 10-ounce bar. And then once again, there is a lot of value, as all of you are aware of, wrapped up in just a little gold coin like this. This little 1/4 ounce gold coins, roughly $500 right here. But once again, he has a core stack he's going to continue to build on, and if he ever needs to depend on this, or a shit hits the fan situation happens, he has some precious metals that hold value and that he can barter with. And worst case, if the world never goes crazy, he's building a nice retirement and a beautiful nest egg here. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, pretty much. I started out super slow. I was kind of cautious about it. I'm spending like $20 a week maybe here and there from off of himself, just buying these little, mercury diamonds and stuff, and even buying some of these dollar pieces too. And then I actually just really started, like, I loved these little bars, these little, what are these, 1-ounce bars,
yep,
hand poured, and I started getting addicted to it. We started going every single week after shit hit the fan with COVID and everything. And it's like an addiction now for me. I save every extra cent that I have and put it into this because I know it's going to benefit me in the future. And I've never been able to save money my whole life ever. And once I buy this stuff and it goes into my safe, I don't even think about it again. It's not even considered money to me anymore. It's a great savings, and I have more money to my name today than I've ever had in my entire life just because I started doing this.
Yeah, once you start learning about precious metals, you really start learning about the value of real money and how important it is to, build this nest egg and save up, even in normal situations. Once again, like he just said, because of him becoming a stacker and starting to put his money into precious metals instead of the bank, he's accumulated more wealth than he's ever had. Now he's younger than me, but still, I mean, he's a grown adult, and I know a lot of grown adults in their 40s and even 50s that live paycheck to paycheck and have $0 in savings. And as you can see here, building these core stacks and growing from it not only helps you get prepared, but it does teach you more about, you know, the monetary system, savings, and how important it is to actually have these precious metals to help build wealth and just at least start getting you out of that week to week, you know, living paycheck to paycheck cycle.
And within less than a year, this is almost getting close to about $2,000 worth of precious metals, and it's gonna do nothing but accumulate value, more value. You know, it's just there's never been a point in time where gold's gone dramatically down in value. It's done nothing but grow. You know, since I was born, it's probably quadrupled, if not more. You know, so nothing but good things could happen from it.
Yeah, I mean, precious metals have always kept up with inflation. I remember I saw this chart once, and it showed that it was like back in the 1930s, the price of a good suit was a 1 ounce gold coin. And today, with gold being at, you know, whatever it's at today, 1734, a 1 ounce gold coin is still the price of a decent suit. It still buys you that decent suit. So, it protects your wealth and it helps you build wealth. And that's an important thing. Like I said, take the whole economic collapse scenario out of the picture. Either way, this still helps you build wealth and get better on your feet and secure a more safer future for you financially as you get more into precious metals and collecting them.
Remember the guy at the store that we go to told us that these right here, these little gold bars, used to be given away as a novelty item.
Yeah.
And now they're what?
Anywhere from like 50 to 70 bucks, depending on where you get them.
This little tiny piece of metal that they used to give away. That's how much it goes up in value. Now it's worth that much.
Yeah, they sit them in display and sell them because of the value of them now. So it's definitely an important thing that I think a lot of people overestimate, and they think that people make it a lot more complicated than it is. And I know that, speaking from firsthand. It was so hard for me to take those first steps and buy my first pieces of precious metals because I didn't know a lot about it. I didn't know for sure who was reliable to buy from, if LCSs were trustworthy, if internet dealers were trustworthy. So it's hard to make those first steps on, what to buy. But once you start making those first steps, it excites you. Like he said, he almost is, it's like an addiction. You look forward to going and buying your precious metals when you get extra money. It excites you. But like I always tell my wife and other people in my family, it's not like I'm spending money. I'm putting it into a form of savings that is going to protect us over time and keep up with the rate of inflation or whatever else is going on in the economy. And once again, there are very few things that you can grab and go anywhere in the world and, cash in for whatever their fiat currency is that you need to trade with. And don't mind my blue hand. There was an accident there, but we won't talk about that.
It's crazy how most average people in this country don't even realize and can't even understand or comprehend the fact that this is savings and that this is
real wealth.
You're actually making a solid investment towards your future. My mom even bugs me about it, that she says I'm wasting too much money.
Yeah, and I feel like, and maybe this is just the prepper in me and the conspiracy part of me, but I feel like the wealthy and elite purposely don't teach working class Americans in school about precious metals. I remember when I was younger, I used to watch the commercials on TV where they were like, buy the 2000, Silver Eagle for, whatever it was, 1999, and I would watch that commercial and be like, that coin's only worth $1. Who in their right mind would spend $19 to only get $1 coin? Because I didn't understand the value in precious metals. I didn't understand that silver alone, had its own set of value separate from that dollar. Because they don't teach us about it. And you got to remember, what do the central banks keep in their vaults? They keep gold in their vaults. They keep silver in their vaults. And yeah, they might have other things like savings bonds and this and that, but when it comes down to it, the physical assets they keep in their vaults are sitting here right in front of you today. And there's a reason central banks, which run the world, keep these things in their vaults. So pretty much, I wanted to show all of you guys that anyone can accumulate a nice stack of silver. You just got to cut out a few extra things, like maybe don't go to McDonald's once a week, or once again, buy one less pack of cigarettes, cut back on smoking, or, just cut back on something that's not a necessity. And as time goes on, you'll start cutting more of those, extra things out to accumulate this wealth, because it feels good to hold something like this in your hand. It really does.
Like the sound.
Yeah, and it's just amazing to know when you lay down at night that you have some value to you and you've accumulated it. Before I collected precious metals, I literally had no assets or no value besides my weekly paycheck coming in to support me or my family if a crisis hit. And now I have precious metals, which is an amazing feeling that I'm sure a lot of you stackers are aware of. It's just, you get such an overwhelming feeling when you hold your first piece of precious metals that you bought. It's overwhelming, it is. And it's a great thing to get into to protect the future of you and your family. And once again, if a crisis doesn't happen, you got a great lump sum for retirement, a new camper, a new boat, or something amazing to leave your kids. So anyways, guys, I hope you got a lot out of this, and it shows you that anybody can build a nice stack. It's just not an overnight achievement. It's something that you do over time with patience and dedication. And I'll say one more thing here before we sign off, is when I first bought my first couple ounces of silver, I remember I watched a video, and in the video, pretty much the guy was stating how if you took all the, above ground silver in the world and divided it up, there was only enough for each person in the world to have less than, I can't remember, it was under an ounce. We'll just say less than an ounce. So he went on to say, if you have 1 ounce of silver, you're already ahead of like 98% of the world. And that made me feel good because I had a couple ounces. That was it. But it made me feel, okay, I'm a couple ounces ahead of everybody. But then you get a couple more. And then you get a couple more. And before you know it, you have what you see in front of you. And I'll say this again. This is less than a year worth of stacking. And he has everything from regular bullion to coins to even some neat collectibles like this. This is a gold-plated $100 bill. It has a mintage of 10,000, but, just something neat. A neat, item to sit out and show if you feel like it. Or just something awesome for you to look at in your stack. This is still 1 ounce of 999 silver. So it holds the same value as any of these do here as far as metal content goes. But I want to thank Blake for, bringing his stack here to show all you guys. And, yeah.
Thank you, too. I was really excited about this video. And, I want to also help get that message out to some people, maybe open up their eyes. But I dip my toe in, and little bit at a time, and it became something I really enjoy. It makes me feel better about myself. Maybe I can leave a little extra something for my daughter. Fact of the matter is, anybody can do it. All you need is have your patience, do a little bit at a time, and a year from now you'll look back like I am right now and just be happy with yourself.
Yeah, and then imagine 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You're going to have more wealth than most of your neighbors, most of your family members, most of the people you work with. I mean, obviously, unless you're already extremely wealthy, but you get my point. It helps the average guy start to get ahead and have a sense of security. So I feel it's very important with the situation our world is in, let alone our country and our economy. There's so much uncertainty out there. You got half the economists stating we're going to go for inflation, the other half going for deflation, and all that tells me is nobody has a damn clue on what's going to happen. But that uncertainty alone should be enough to interest you in getting an asset that'll help protect you regardless what happens in the economy. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank Blake for coming on and showing you guys a stack.
Yep.
I hope this inspires maybe some new people to start stacking or some old ones to continue. And, just keep stacking, guys. Have a good night. And keep prepping.
Prep.